The Banking Royal Commission has found further evidence of malpractice by the Big Four banks. I know, a bank behaving badly, I'm as shocked as you are. This week, AMP fronted the Commission amid allegations of charging customers a fee for no service. And yes, that's absolutely what it sounds like. The banks are being made to refund $216 million to cover 300,000 customers who were charged for financial advice that they never received. In the bank's defence, they're not the only institution who have been charging customers thousands for a service they will get absolutely no return on. Universities have been doing it for years. It's called an arts degree. The Commission continued today with AMP's Head of Financial Advice, Anthony Jack Regan, openly admitting he has lost count of the number of times the AMP had lied to the Commission.
By my count, this was the 14th false or misleading statement by AMP to ASIC. You're losing count.
I'm in your hands in that regard, Mr Hodge.
I know. There's so many you'll have to rely on my count, I'm afraid, Mr Regan.
Just a quick one for anyone wondering, lying to federal regulatory bodies is up there with killing people, eating the last Tim Tam, and interrupting lectures to ask irrelevant questions. If you've lost count of the number of times you've done it, you need to stop doing it. An AMP report read to the Commission by QC Michael Hodge argued that the company deliberately neglected to inform customers about the fee for no service practice because they thought it, and I quote, would be a very negative customer experience. In their defence, they're not wrong. Regan found himself in further trouble for suggesting that the AMP board approved changes to an independent report. When asked by Hodge why the board would have any involvement with an independent report, Regan seemed oblivious to the stupidity of what he was saying when he replied, because it was a report being accepted by the board. Now, much of the Commission takes place behind closed doors, but we here at The Struggle did manage to get exclusive footage of Regan during the questioning. Unfortunately for Regan, his embarrassment wasn't over, as he was then asked the one question that every person who has made up a bullshit, public pressure-induced apology dreads. Hodge put Regan in quite a bind when he simply inquired, "Do you know what it is you're apologising for?" To which Regan responded, "I'm uncertain." Regan sure is uncertain about a lot of things, whether or not he's sorry, what independent means, but we can be sure that he's certain the banks are in deep shit. And a piece of advice for Regan, because boy does he need it. Next time you don't want to answer a question, just use the Tony Abbott approach.